Well, hello. Today I'd like to give you my first impressions of a Rotring Renaissance, which is in the box here behind me. Rotring, you may have seen me review a Rotring pen some time ago with the Space Wand. Rotring Renaissance is a more traditional sort of a pen than the Space Wand. So let's take a look at it. So it arrived in this vintage box. Not much to the box. Some writing. Hamburg, Germany. Rotring, made in Germany. A little bit of stuff. A price tag that's been ripped off and so on. Remove the cardboard sleeve. You're left with a very vintage looking case. In full disclosure, I have opened this because with vintage pens, I like to make sure that they're clean. I usually remember. So admire that loveliness. In fact, let's do a glamour shot while it's sitting here. So that'll do for thumbnails. I left the sticker on. That will probably come off at some point, but it's a double broad. The red ring, if you speak any German, Rotring, red ring, literally. So piston works smoothly as one would expect. Screw cap, a lovely segmented ink window, and a lovely double broad nib with not one, but two breather holes, and a W Germany, because of course, at the time, there were two different versions of Germany. So let's ink it up and see how it writes. My ink, for some reason, I've chosen, mainly because I want to see it in the double broad nib, which, by the way, now that I look at it, I feel like there's no tipping. Could be wrong, but if it's there, it's not very thick. So let's suck in some ink. Rohrer and Klingner Scabiosa, which is a iron gall ink. Why I picked this ink mainly is because I thought a double broad, it might show off a little neat shading. Put a drop or two back in the bottle so that help us have a nice seal on this puppy. I am actually very excited to see how this thing writes. So this is Rohrer and Klingner. Scabiosa. Which on some papers is very faded and hard and not that wonderful, but on this paper it seems to really look good. Not a flex nib. I only write the word flex to upset the purists and because it has curly cues. But I'd say very stub-like character. As far as wetness and flow, I think some inks would be quite amazing in this pen. Looking good. The smear test. This is a little bit drier ink, so I don't think we'll smear much. But I will say, oops, gotta get the other one. It's still pretty wet, smearing pretty well. Reverse writing, I think, will be a disappointment just because of the type of nib it is. Actually not. It's a little scratchier, but not bad. More like what I'd consider a regular broad if it was a stub. And finally, the Pierre Gustafson test. Where I just do a lot of continuous writing to see how it handles a continuous line. Not bad. We'll do one more test real quick here. Yeah. Yep, slips into the pocket, no problem. Oh, I didn't even mention the Rotring on the clip. I was just so excited to start writing with it. Yeah. There it lays. All right. So, what do I think? Yeah, I'm thrilled with it, and I am looking forward to writing some more with it. I have wanted a Rotring Radiant Renaissance, but they've been kind of expensive for me. I found this one at a price I was willing to pay. There are some other Rotring fountain pens. There's a 600 that looks interesting, except I don't care for metal bodies, and its knurled grip just makes me go, ugh. So maybe you can find a review of that one from somebody else. But this one is right up my alley. I know that Rotring competed for a while, or no, was partly owned by Pelican, and they're more known for their technical drawing pens because of that. But when they became independent, Renaissance was kind of, we're being reborn, and we can make fountain pens again, not just technical drawing pens. So, kind of cool. I have never used a pen with two breather holes before, so that's interesting. I would be curious if it really sucks that much air or what's going on there. I don't know. One of those things to find out before I do an official review. And as always, remember this is a first impression where I just share my initial impressions the first time I write with it. Don't know a whole lot about the pen, don't know much of anything, have never used it before except possibly to clean it if it's vintage. So impressions may change as I use it more. I always try to go through at least 2 full fills before reviewing a pen. So it will be some time before the official, fully not subnoted, bibliography review comes out. So I want to thank you for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.